Hi, I'm Lynn Gibney, AccuQuilt's Chief Brand and Product Officer. Welcome to today's launch party. A little bit late, but
We're here.
AccuQuilt is always searching for new, innovative ways to bring you products that help you create fun quilt blocks. Using AccuQuilt dies makes creating time-consuming blocks fast and easy, so you can get back to the fun part, sewing. Let me introduce you to your quilting astronomers for today, Pam and Erica.
Hello, I love that title.
Yes.
All right, quilters, I'm super excited about today's show.
Oh, me too, Pam. These two new dies are the true stars of today's show.
They really are. These two new dies make it so easy to create dynamic quilt blocks. All right, ladies, I'm going to pull together all the fun trunk show projects for later in the show.
Ooh, and there's a lot too.
We'll see you soon. Have fun.
All right, we'll
Thanks,
see ya.
Lynn.
All right, quilters, I'm so excited to help all of your wishes come true with these two new dies. Let's get started.
Now, as always, we planned a lot of fun for you today. We've got great prizes, exciting project ideas, an inspirational and fantastic trunk show, and special offers only available today.
And something a little different here in our dream studio
right.
today. AccuQuilt is having their annual meeting, so we actually have a live audience. We have some special visitors here today, which is super fun. All right, these new dies have so much to offer quilters of all skill levels.
They do. So let's take a look at the two new dies.
Make your quilting dreams come true by wishing on shooting stars. Here comes two now. Welcome AccuQuilt's newest block on board dies, the Go Tangled Star and Go Rising Star. These innovative block on board or bob dies contain all the shapes you need to create an entire quilt block on a single die. Just cut and go. These new dies are compatible with the Go, Go Me, Go Big, and even our studio fabric cutter with the appropriate adapter. These new dies are sure to brighten the darkest of nights with their beauty. The first one across the sky is the Go Tangled Star bob die, which will cut one 4-color 10-inch block in just one pass through the cutter, giving you 10 magical shapes to build your quilt block. And here comes the Go Rising Star. This star of a die was specially created to cut one 3-color 10-inch block, giving you 8 perfect shapes to make all your dreams come true. These dies were created with you in mind, making it easy to reach the stars by simplifying these difficult and time-consuming blocks. Cut accurate shapes to create perfect blocks every single time with these beautiful shooting stars. Get yourself ready to make more quilts than you could have ever wished. Because at AccuQuilt, we help you cut time so you can quilt more. Erica, I'm so excited to show our viewers these dies in action.
Me too. But first, let's show everyone how they can get their hands on these dies.
Oh, let's do. All right, we put together some dreamy specials for you today so you can get everything you need.
Now, all the bundles we're about to mention are available for pre-order.
Exactly. And with limited stock due to global shipping issues, we encourage you to place your order today before 12 midnight Central Time.
That's right. So first up, you can get our Go Shooting Star die bundle. You'll get the new Go Tangled Star, the Go Rising Star, and the Go Cutting Mat that's 6x24. Normally, all of this would run you $201, but you can get it today for just $179.99, saving you $21.
Or you can get one of our special holiday bundles. We've got the Go Block on Board Favorites 10-inch die bundle, since these two dies new make a 10-inch block, allowing you to create the most wonderful quilts with coordinating dies. You'll get the Go Tangled Star, the Go Rising Star, the Go Pineapple and Courtyard, which both finish to 10 inches.
Right.
The Go 10-inch setting triangles, and the two cutting mats you'll need 6x24 and 10x24. Normally all of this would run you $525, but you can get it all today for just $379.99, saving you $145.
Or go ahead and indulge yourself with the very best fabric cutter to keep up with all of those upcoming holiday fabric projects. Choose the Go Big 10-inch Seeing Stars Starter Pack. This way, you'll get the Go Big electric fabric cutter starter set, the Go Tangled Star die, the Go Rising Star die, those Go 10-inch setting triangles, and the 2 cutting mats you need, 6 by 24 and 10 by 24. Now, normally all of this would run you $1,045, but you can get it all today for just $749.99, saving you $295. It's amazing.
Amazing, great price.
And you're going to get free shipping with each one of these bundles if you live in the contiguous U.S.
Now, looking for more than these great bundles, we have got you covered.
That's right.
It's the 16th, so we're going to get an extra 16% off with your promo code SHINE16, SHIN16.
Now, using this code will save you 41% on currently marked down Go cutters, dies, cubes, and more. And remember, orders of over $100 will ship free if you live in the contiguous U.S. So check the website for details. Some exclusions apply.
All right, quilters, we have made holiday shopping easy and worry-free. Review our holiday guarantee and return policy on our website. Buy your holiday gifts now while the deals are great. For more information, visit our return page on the AccuQuilt website.
Now, to get your order in during this show, you can use your phone's camera to capture this QR image and go right to the site. If you don't have access to a QR reader, you'll want to open a new tab in your browser, so go to the top of the page and click on the plus sign. In that very top box, type in AccuQuilt.com/party. That way you can place your order and not miss a minute of the show.
You can also find great products at your local AccuQuilt retailer. To find the retailer nearest you, go to the store locator at the top of the page at AccuQuilt.com.
Okay.
Quilter, we know our dies and fabric cutters are an investment in your creative pursuit. That's why AccuQuilt offers fast and easy financing with either installments or split pay options. For more information on financing through AccuQuilt, visit AccuQuilt.com/financing. Okay, Erica, I am loving these new block on board or bob dies. They both fit in all of our cutters,
yes,
including the Go Me,
yep,
and they both finish to 10-inch blocks.
They are really quite the team. And quilters, you're really going to want both of them.
And speaking of teams, at the beginning of October, we talked about the food our team had donated to a local food banks back in July. And we asked you to share your stories.
That's right. Now, one of my favorite stories was from Laura S. She told us that her family has donated to the local food bank for 25 years.
Incredible. That's just amazing.
It absolutely is. Now, apparently, they used to have a produce farm, and they would donate excess produce.
Oh, wow.
Plus, then their son wanted to donate food, and as part of his Eagle Scout project, so he grew a garden. The family continues to give back to their community by collecting perishable food every week from their local outdoor market.
Okay, that is an amazing story. Now, Pamela M. said that she supports her local food bank with a monthly donation because many people need food year-round, not just around the holidays. So true.
This time of year is difficult for many families all around the country.
Absolutely, and it's important for all of us to help each other. Thank you so much for making a difference in your community. Together, we can make a big difference.
That's right. Well, let's get things rolling with a closer look at the Go Rising Star die.
Okay, I'm super excited about this.
I have one right here.
Imagine that, we have one right here. Okay, I'm going to take my fabric off of it.
Just love this die.
Okay, so first of all, this is a bob die, which means block on board. So Erica, that means all the shapes you need to make one block are on one die board.
And you can cut it in one pass through your cutter, and because it's 6 by 24, that's any of our cutters.
Right, you want to make sure you have a 6 by 24 cutting mat so it goes through easy. Now, we have screen printed all of the letters to help you, or all the shapes to help you keep track of your pieces. And then Erica, talk about our little dog ears.
So we engineer these dog ears specially so that your pieces are going to line up perfectly. They're going to fit together, and we'll show you when we cut some pieces out what we mean.
Yeah.
But also because that eliminates the need to go back in and trim after you've sewn your block together.
Right.
It's a super extra time saver.
It's really fun, really fun. All right, so let's, here is our test block. Let's show you.
Yes, because you
how fun
always
this
want to
is.
make a test block, right?
Always want to make a test block. And this is a great way to like bust up your scraps and use up your
There's
stash.
so many options with this one. I love this.
So we're going to lay it here.
Okay.
All right, should we move your cup for 1 second?
all right.
It's okay, sorry. Okay, so this is shape A. This is the center here.
Yes.
And this is shape A.
Okay.
I know. Read the instructions.
Do read the instructions, that's
And
right.
you can always cut up to 6 layers of cotton. We're just going to cut 1 or 2 layers here.
That's right.
Okay? And then shape C is here, the outside. So basically, Erica, we're making flying geese for days. And this bob die will make a 10-inch block, which is the only way you can make this 10-inch block size.
Right.
Okay, so I'm gonna put some there. And then F and D right here,
Yep.
okay?
Okay, perfect.
So I'm gonna put this here. And shape E are these little light purples.
Okay, perfect.
All right, so I'm gonna put my cutting mat on, because what happens if you try to use it without a...
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing, and we're using our Go Big today. How come?
Because we can.
Because we can.
So
Now, this is the pattern that's included on the packaging, and tell us
Yes.
about the pattern.
yes, and it's got great directions. You can also download this pattern for free at AccuQuilt's website. And on the product page, you can also download for free the block assembly directions. They're really great. They take you step by step, laying out your fabric and cutting out and laying out, putting together your die. Plus, we've got that coloring page, and I love that because it'll really help you imagine your colors.
All right, so I have slid my mat, don't lift, because static is building up crazy
right.
here in the Dream Studio. Okay, and we're going to show you this because, okay, this is super cool.
Right.
All right, so here is this shape right here. This is the beginning of the half square. But let's start from the center, shall we? and
Okay,
build our
let's start and work out. So here's our center block.
Center? Yep.
So here, we'll put one over here.
Look at us. We know how to do this.
do.
We'll
We
just
can
do
build a
one
bear.
side. We can. All right, and then these are the outside.
Yes, so
Of
those
your
are going to
little
be half square triangles. And remember that center body of a flying geese is actually going to be a quarter square triangle.
Right.
And the difference when you look at your die board is all going to be about the lengthwise grain.
Right. Now, quilters, look at this. Because we have these dog ears here, we've cut off the dog ears, so from this point here to this point here is a perfect 1/4 inch seam.
That's right.
So we're going to tell you to chain piece all of these together.
Right.
And then press it away, and then add the other side, do the same thing, chain piece, and it's going to press away. Now, Erica, people are going to say we did this wrong. How come?
But we didn't, because that's your quarter. It's going to leave you with your 1/4 inch seam allowance, so that when you go to sew these pieces together, you're going to get your perfect tip, your perfect point, just like we see over here on our star.
Yep. And then here's the squares that go on either side. So you basically you're going to sew rows of this.
Right.
Right? You're going to create the top and the bottom. Okay, and then down here, let's do our bigger one.
Right, so we're going to, again, have our 1/4 square triangle for the body of the flying geese. And then our half square triangles are going to make those wings.
Yep. And if you join me on AccuQuilt Live in December, we're going to cut and sew one of these
Oh,
blocks together.
fantastic.
Okay, so look at how cool this is. So now if you didn't like this colorway, you could totally change the colorway
absolutely,
using our Go Quilt
absolutely.
program.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely. And this really, if you are comfortable sewing a 1/4 inch seam allowance, you can totally sew this block.
I love it.
It's going to be great.
Okay, so there's all the pieces for it.
And one last thing we have to show is what happens when you do this.
Right.
And so this is called setting it on point. So when we turn this block on point, we talked a little bit about setting triangles, and we'll talk more about them. This is why, because you get a totally different look, again, than we had when we had it straight
Right.
on.
And we have setting triangles for all sizes of our cubes. These would be 10-inch ones.
Yep, that's right.
All
Now,
right.
You've seen these, gotten a little shining peek at these dies. It's time to meet today's experts. Now today we're going to be joined by 3 AccuQuilt experts.
That's right, quilters. This means extra inspiration for these 2 new star dies. Let's meet today's experts and discuss the challenge.
First up, we have Carol. Now, Carol inherited her mother's stash and machine and received a little nudging from her cousin to pick up quilting when a back injury in 2012 left her awaiting surgery and unable to continue working. 6 months later, her husband surprised her with an AccuQuilt Go fabric cutter and a 2.5 inch strip die. She's been hooked ever since. Now, Carol will be creating inspiration with this Go Rising Star die.
And isn't the Rising Star Lynn Gibney's new favorite die?
It is Lynn Gibney's all-time favorite.
Yeah, of all, which is why I
All-time
think we have
favorite
one.
block. Probably.
Probably. Next, we have Tammy. Tammy is an experienced quilter whose love of quilting started 40 years ago when she made her first quilt for her baby daughter. Tammy has used the AccuQuilt system since 2009 and loves making memory quilts. Her corporate career has taken her to many states and encouraged her to experience quilting in many different American cultures. She's been given the Go Tangled Star to create her challenge pieces, which is my new favorite.
Yes.
I love this die.
Now finally, we have Anita. Anita teaches classes at her local quilt shop and military spouses group using EQ8 patterns designed around AccuQuilt dies and block patterns. Her passion for quilting goes back to a childhood filled with scrap fabric and a desire to spend time with her grandmother, forever linking quilting to story time. Now she makes between 10 and 15 quilts a year. She's been given both of our new dies to play with.
Now, quilters, our video segments, our segments with our experts are our videos, but today Anita's actually here in the Dream Studio with us. We're super excited.
Really exciting.
Super excited to have her. Okay, these experts are encouraged to incorporate the use of any block on board die, setting triangles or cubes if they want to.
They've got so much creative freedom with this challenge, and they all have such a unique style too. I can't wait to see what they come up with.
They're so smart. All right, Erica, while we wait for their inspiration, let's do a giveaway.
All right. Now, 2 of our lucky star quilters will be receiving a Go Rising Star die today.
All right, let's give away our first die. Today's first lucky winner of a Go Rising Star die is, drum roll please, Amy P. from Grantsburg, Wisconsin. Congratulations.
Look, other people
Other people are clapping. We have a live audience clapping. It's so fun.
The second lucky star today is, drum roll please, Kathy W. out of Tewksbury, Massachusetts. Is that right?
Yeah, that's exactly right. Congratulations, Kathy. All right, quilters, let's check in with our experts. Our first expert has come up with, Carol, what inspiration do you have for us today?
Ladies, the very first thing I thought about when I received this die was Quilt of Valor. And the reason that I do that is because I make them for my family members every year. I donate some, and I do try to make as many as I can each year. I still haven't got all of my family members' quilts made. So, but the big thing is that stars. I try to put stars in every quilt that I make. And so for that, this die is going to be perfect for that for me. I did start with a test block, so I'm going to show you this one. This is actually made from polyester. It was from my mother's stash, and I have been carrying it around for a lot of years and knew that I was never going to use this fabric on anything. But I did want to know what a printed background was going to look like on here. So I made this quilt block first, and then I wanted to do a little bit more playing with this block because I like to do things just a little bit different. So here I used an ombre fabric. That's why you see the different light pinks and dark pinks in each thing. I'll try to get it up there close so you can get a good picture of it. But I didn't lay it out in any specific direction. I just laid the fabric down. I cut my sizes, did my subcuts, and then I placed it on the die without, complete randomness. So I guess that's what I'm trying to say is just it was completely random. And then I got to thinking about different dies that I could use, and the bowl cozy came to mind, and I decided I was going to check it. And guess what? That block fits perfectly on top of there, so I can cut a bowl cozy. Am I going to lose a little bit of my star? Yes, but I think most of it's still going to carry through. I'll be able to see those stars on the bowl cozy whenever I finish it up. So after taking a look at the bowl cozy, then I decided I was going to look at EQ8 for a little bit. And so while I was digging through all of the patterns that are in there, I found a quilt block called 1.5 squares. So this is my little sample 1.5 squares block I was playing with. It has 49 pieces in it, and it's made with the 4-inch cube. So I loved being able to go back to my EQ8 and find something that I could put with my cube. And now I've got some great ideas for what I'm going to use for my big reveal. I'll see you in a little bit.
Okay. Oh, I love the fact that she uses EQ8.
Yes.
We sell that on our website, quilters. Check it out.
That's right. All right.
Quilters, we're going to ask you to vote on your favorite final expert project in just a few minutes. So make sure you don't miss our final project reveals.
That's
They're
right.
going to be so awesome.
That's right. Now, Quilters, remember we have 3 special pre-order deals for you that are only good until midnight Central Time. You can pre-order the Go Shooting Stars die bundle for just $179.99, saving you $21 when you buy it today.
Or get one of our special holiday bundles. Next up, the Go Block on Board Favorites 10-inch die bundle. You see, get everything you see here for $379.99, saving you over $145.
Next up is the Go Big 10-inch Seeing Stars Starter Pack. You'll get everything you see here for $749.99 and saving you almost $300. Plus, these bundles will ship free in the contiguous U.S.
Quilters, we have limited stock of these bundles and they're going to sell out fast. Be sure to pre-order your bundle today.
That's right. And if you're thinking about purchasing something other than these bundles, be sure to use the promo code SHINE16 to get an extra 16% off your order.
Using this code, you will save 41% on currently marked down Go cutters, dies, and cubes, and more. Remember, orders over $100 or more will receive free shipping in the U.S., contiguous U.S. Some exclusions apply. Check the website for details.
All right, well, I think we owe the Tangled Star some screen time and some love, so let's take a look at that one next.
Okay, I have to tell you, this is one of the dies that we tested, and I have waited and waited for this day so that I can talk about it. Okay, so first of all, just like its counterpart, it's on a 6x24 die board.
And also like its counterpart, it makes a 10-inch finished block.
Yep. And we have screen printed the letters, and we have those great dog ears. So from here to here is that 1/4-inch seam allowance. Now, quilters, this is what we call a directional die.
Yes.
All your fabric needs to face up.
Yes.
Okay, because there's an A and an AR, which stands for right.
Right.
Somebody says it stood for reverse.
Oh.
I think it's right. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Yes.
It stands for something different than when it doesn't have
Yes.
it, and that's what matters.
Yes.
So the key to remember is when you've got a new die, you're making a new bob, you want to follow the directions and make a test block. I know we say it all the time, but we mean it.
So here's the test block, and oh, do you love this? Do you love everything
this.
about
I love
this?
everything about it.
Oh gosh, I just think it's
And
fabulous
I love it when we put it on point too.
because it looks so different.
It looks so different.
This inner square, when we turn it on point, just really shines.
It does.
Oh look, I used a star.
Oh, a star quote.
Okay,
that.
so it's going to cut a 4-color block in just one pass through the cutter. Remember, you can use 6 layers of fabric. We're just going to cut one today because we're going to show you how it lays out.
There we go.
Okay, here we go. We're going to put a cutting mat on because what happens if you try to use it without a mat?
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely nothing.
Now, just like the other one, you're going to find great block assembly directions on the product page, and that's going to include that coloring page, which is really fun to use, especially with this one. It's going to help you, especially when you first change it up or come up with some new colors. Maybe if you're not using AccuQuilt, to figure out your pieces, keep track of things, so you get off on the right foot.
There you go. All right, give it some love.
Love.
Slide, don't lift. Okay, so we have one already done, so shall we just lay our pieces out on this?
Sure. I'm going to peel.
Yep, so again, remember quilters, you can cut up to 6 layers of cotton, but we just cut one
That's
layer.
right. So this one, you can see, and it goes together so well.
It does. And in your quilting head, you might think it has Y seams.
You might think it does, but it does not.
None Y seams.
None.
Yep. Okay, and this is going to go here. There we go. Did I? C, look, E is.
Oh, it's right here.
There, thank you. Put it down. No,
Yes.
it's okay. There we go. That's okay. And we're going to read the instructions.
Did you cut this right side down or right side up?
What I did was, I cut it the wrong direction.
She cut it the wrong direction. Well, that's okay. That's why we say to what?
Yes,
Make a test block.
Okay, and these pieces here, and then look, these little white ones are going to come together.
I just love this
perfectly.
little pinwheel effect in the
Yeah.
center. It's
Yeah.
so special.
Yeah.
And see, that one we did correctly.
We did.
So,
We did it all.
all right, very good.
So when you're following the directions, right, you're going to lay those
you
the
will
correct
do.
directions,
Which
right?
you will do.
But the thing that, remember, quilters, you're going to make one block here,
Right.
and so 4 of them together.
Yes.
And then it won't be tangled if you do that.
It won't be tangled at all. We
Okay.
promise.
Now, here's a cool thing, Erica. So I'm going to grab this pieces here.
Okay.
Hold on.
Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
I am thinking what you're thinking.
We're going to have a die race.
Yeah, well, we're just going to put them here. We're not going to run them
Okay.
through. Okay. So both of these are on 6x24 die mats or die boards. So 2 of them will run through your cutter in one pass.
Isn't that cool?
So if one die is 90% faster, 2 is exponentially faster.
There you go.
Okay, there we go.
Now, are you ready to be inspired to learn more about your craft and have exclusive access to complimentary patterns? Find our blog by scrolling to the bottom of the main page on our website. You can also find it in the top menu. Simply go up to the top and click on the word Learn and then select Blog. We post how-tos, patterns at least twice a week. Subscribe today to learn tips and tricks and become the quilter you always knew you could be.
And what's in the blog this week?
We're talking all about these great new star dies today.
Quilters, if you haven't yet signed up to be an AQ Circle exclusive member, you'll receive emails and be amongst the first to know about, well, everything, including sneak peeks and new products.
That's right. To sign up, visit AccuQuilt.com/AQ Circle.
All right, let's check in with another expert, Tammy. What sort of inspiration do you have using our new Go Tangled Star die?
Well, hello, Pam. Hey, Erica. Boy, did I have a great time on this challenge. I had the opportunity to play with the Tangled Star. This die is a great one. You know, as I use my dies, I always mark them up so I know what color goes where when I go to cut. But this one's super important. This little tag right here, it says all pieces right side up. Make sure you cut your fabric all right sides up. So when I started playing around with this, I grabbed out some ombre fabric. Now, I love ombre fabric. And this purple and black ombre, it's so beautiful. It's almost jewel tone when you look at this. I think that is lovely. Then I dug out some blues, and this kind of looks like a northern star, more Christmassy, if you will. And it's still set square, but I used my 10-inch setting triangles to create it on point. So without going on point and using the setting triangles, I was able to put it on point. Now this is really fun what I did with this one. Now, if we look here, these pieces are blue, right? So I've got a blue tip of my star here, but I changed it up and it turned it into almost a pinwheel. So instead of doing red and red, I did red and white. So I took it into EQ8 and I changed up all the colors. Now when I do that, I like to print me out a example from EQ8 and write in what pieces need to be cut of what colors, because it's not as if I was reading the directions. So I needed to change this piece here to white. So my F now, instead of being blue, it now has to be white. And if you notice here, I don't have the center medallion in here any longer, do I? I have a secondary pinwheel. So you can do a lot of fun stuff in EQ8. So that's a high recommendation from me. And this is the pattern or the quilt if we used the pinwheel from the Tangled Star. And you can see the pinwheels here, and we also have a secondary right here. So this was a lot of fun to play with. So I'm gonna go put some finishing touches on my final project and I'll be right back.
Okay, I love that she's turning those blocks on point.
I do too.
We talk about that a lot. Those setting triangles are
And that
awesome.
ombre fabric.
Yes, have you noticed it's kind of a trend?
Ombre is everywhere, yeah. It's
kind of a
big.
trend. All right, so now let's talk about some other dies that make 10-inch blocks.
Yes.
The first of which is the Courtyard. These 2 dies are part of that great big bundle.
That's right, that's right.
Okay, and this is actually, Erica, so much fun. This is one of my favorite dies.
It's such a great die, and it's put together so well to make it so user-friendly.
Right,
Because
here's our
when you
circle.
look at, you've got all these little notches. So when
Yes.
you look at this curve, do not be afraid of that curve because it's got notches. It's going to show you how to line up your pieces. You can match them up perfectly.
Right.
You're going to sew that on. That curve is going to sew like butter.
Right, so you're gonna sew the circle first and then make the frame and then sew the circle to the frame. And Erica, there are some Y seams here, but don't be scared of Y seams.
Absolutely
Look
not.
at, when I first did Y seams, I didn't do them so great. Look how great these are.
These are fantastic.
And we have a video.
We do.
Okay,
Takes you
so
all the way through them.
yeah. So this is the Courtyard die. It makes a 10-inch finished block. Somebody made it look like poinsettias,
Ooh, that's timely.
I know.
And
Yeah.
seasonal.
right?
All right. So the next one that's in that bundle is the Go Pineapple.
This is
So
Joe's, producer
this is
Joe's favorite.
This is Joe's favorite.
Okay, so let's talk about this die because it cuts the background,
Yes.
the colors, and the background.
That's right.
Okay, and this is the ultimate scrap buster, right?
Yes,
Because you
it
can
is.
just do all sorts of things. And again, we have those dog ears, but here's the trick, quilters. E and F, E and F.
They live on both sides, so
Right.
you need them out of both the background and your color.
Right.
So don't
Right.
forget.
And I use this really great method of sticky notes.
Yes.
To do this.
Yes, high
And
tech.
High tech. So remember, quilters, there's also a video on this die as well.
That's right.
And these two dies together, could they go through your Go Big?
Why, they could indeed.
So you could, in fact, be making 2 quilts at one time.
How amazing is that?
Smokes.
Okay. So we're going to move those out because there's something else that finishes at 10 inches that we
Yes.
want to talk about, and that is our 10-inch mix and match cube.
Now, Erica, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is 41% off today. I would assume so.
I guess
I think
so.
it's part of the...
Well, whatever it is,
Yes.
use your code.
Use your
Shine
code.
16.
Yes, and spend more than $100, it will ship to you free. So the 10-inch cube is great. It has those 8 shapes that make 72 mix and match patterns. Those are free downloadable patterns at AccuQuilt.com. We have 6 sizes of cubes,
Yes.
4, 6, 8, 9, 10, and 12.
Look at you still remembering things.
I know, even on a Tuesday.
Even on a Tuesday.
So if you're thinking, oh, I'm getting those 2 new star dies, think
Right.
about, oh, hey, I'm getting the cube as well. It's not part of our bundle, but add it to your cart.
It's going to be a great add-on. You're going to be so happy you've got it.
And the thing I love most about the 10-inch cube is that it's even numbers. Like I can do that math in my head, 10, 20, 30, 40. Yeah.
Yep.
All right?
All right, now there's one more 10-inch die that we've got to show you, and we've already talked a little bit about. It's the setting triangles.
It is. Okay, so this is the center, and we'll pull out a block to show you. These are the triangles that are going to go in the center of your quilt, right in the
On the
body.
sides.
On
These
the
are going to
side,
go on the sides.
right? And then these are going to go on
the
the
corners.
corners. Okay, so we're going to lay some fabric down here.
And again, it's all about the lengthwise grain because you don't want to just
Willy-nilly.
cut a square and cut it in half and put it on the side of your quilt because that's going to put the bias on the outside of your quilt and it's going to stretch and it's going to be, another highly technical term, wonky.
Wonky.
We don't like wonky in our
And
quilts, do we?
Setting triangles require voodoo magic math. I
Yes,
don't know how
that we
to do
don't
it.
like doing.
No.
So we don't. So we use setting triangles. But it's such a great effect. The blocks turn out so nicely. Here, let's
We're going to show you.
grab here. I want to grab the rising star too.
And you could grab the pineapple. You could grab all the things.
I could.
Okay, here we go.
I lost track of the other one.
We're
Okay.
going to give it some love. Slide, don't lift. Okay, now, quilters, the setting triangles for the 10-inch blocks, you have to have a Go or a Go Big, okay? So make sure you have one of those.
Okay.
Okay, so here Erica's going to show us how to use. Here's the side.
Okay, so here's the side. So the side is going to actually fit right in here, along the side.
Look at this.
Look at this.
Okay.
And then again, it would fit in up here along the side. This is putting that tight grain on the outside, and then the corner would be right there.
Right here, look. Ta-da! And you'll see some of the quilts we have today are set on
I
point.
pinned it.
I know, I pinned it so we don't lose the circle.
I know, but then I pinned it together and it wouldn't
Oh,
lay
there you
out.
go.
There.
So look at this, quilters.
So you can see how easily you can put that together, and you get a totally different look with your blocks.
Completely. Okay? All right. Make sure you get them all.
That's right.
And it's part of that bundle, right? That 10-inch bundle?
Absolutely. All right, well, let's wish upon 2 stars now and check in with our final expert, Anita. Now, what sort of inspiration do you have for using these 2 dies together?
Hi ladies, I am so excited to be here today on our double launch party. 2 dies today, how exciting. Well, I wanted to show you a little bit of my inspiration. The first thing I did was my test blocks. So here you see the Tangled Star, and I just love this. I did it in Stonehenge for my test block because it kind of reminds me of all the Scottish and the Gaelic Tangled Stars out there. And then here's my rising star, and I just love how that center pops with this. And then one of the things I had noticed when making my rising star block is that with a little bit of color play, you can also have a star in star block. So look at that, you get 2 amazing blocks on one bob. I just love that. Now you guys know that I didn't stop there. So one of the other things I figured out is with both of these finished at 10.5 inches. And when I created the star within a star, I have this 5.5-inch small star here. Well, guess what? Tangled Star is based on 5.5-inch sets here, sewn into a 4-patch. So look what happens, don't mind the colors, but look what happens. That smaller star block from your rising star will fit right into a tangled star block. And I use that on a lot of my designs, which I just can't wait to show y'all. So here are some of my mock-ups using EQ8. This one here kind of reminds me of a Christmas ornament. Now, you can't see it, but it is finished off in white here. And what I did was this little modified tangled star and that smaller 5-inch star shape in the middle from the rising star. Isn't that gorgeous? This is another one of my favorites, playing with color. Now here, and I call it a medieval cross, I use the entire tangled star block, but these in the middle, they look so unusual, but that is the rising star block with a little bit of color play. And then this is probably one of my favorites because as we're getting around the holidays, we're thinking about what to get all those college kids for Christmas. Well, on this one, I used pieces of the 5-inch tangled star, here you see. And in the middle, I bound them around a 10-inch square. So, and then I used our letters and embroidered the mascot on here. So here we have a high school mascot wall hanging. And then I got a little carried away on these two dies because I was really excited with how well they worked together, how many components they had. So I want to show you the one behind me. As you can see, I used that again, the tangled star here, and then I incorporated that smaller star block out of our rising star. I have the rising star in whole in the middle, and then I put around it 5.5-inch pieces off of the tangled star to make a nice little border that looks like, it almost looks like it's just popping out like fireworks, doesn't it? And that's my pink on pink. So I have, as you can see, so many designs and ideas up here off of these two new dies. And I can't wait until y'all come back and see my final reveal. So I'll see y'all in just a little bit.
Okay, well,
Okay.
first of all, Anita's in the studio as we're watching that.
Yes,
And she's brilliant.
she is. That pink on pink,
Yes.
oh my gosh, I love that. And how you,
Just use part of one.
so good.
Use part of one to the other.
Yeah.
And you and I talked about that little center square is,
Yes.
you know, you could do some applique to it. You could do some embroidery. It's
little
awesome.
fussy cutting and that
Little
center
fussy
square.
cut.
Pam
Okay.
talked about that. All right.
Okay.
Well, the next best way to get inspired this holiday season is with a brand new die, right? Now remember, we have 3 special pre-order deals for you that are good until midnight Central Time tonight. Pre-order the Go Shooting Stars die bundle for just $179.99. It saves you $21 when you buy it today.
Or get one of our special holiday bundles. Next up is the Go Block on Board Favorites 10-inch bundle. You get everything you see here for $379.99, saving you $145. Get this one, I love that
Get
one.
this one, we just showed you why. It's got
Yeah.
great stuff. Next up is the Go Big 10-inch Seeing Stars Starter Pack. Here you're gonna get everything you need to make you one happy quilter. Everything you see here for $749.99, saving you almost $300. All of these bundles will ship to you for free if you live in the contiguous U.S.
And quilters, don't forget to place your orders today before midnight Central Time while the deal lasts.
And if you're thinking about purchasing something other than these bundles, use the promo code SHINE16 to get that extra 16% off your order.
Right, so if you're thinking about the cubes, you might want to think about cubes and what size cubes you need.
And then get the companions.
And then get the companions. This code will save you 41% on currently marked down Go cutters, dies, and cubes, and more. Orders of $100 or more will ship free to the contiguous U.S. Some exclusions apply. Check the website for details.
All right, now, our friends at Andover Fabrics are helping us celebrate by providing 2 lovely selections of fabric that you are going to see coming up soon in our trunk show. And I just love these because they're solid, but they're not solids.
They're solid, but yeah, they're not solids. And you know who this is, Gail
Yeah, so
Kessler.
this is Dimples fabric.
Yes.
She's got the white and this yummy blue, and it's designed by, all the dimples are designed by Gail Kessler of Ladyfinger Quilts.
Look at this. And then I love these because they have those splashes of black.
Yeah.
These are beautiful. Our
I
good
like
friends-
I like movement in my fabric. I
I
love
do too.
this.
The gray is one of my favorites.
Yes.
All right, we're going to give away both of these fabric bundles today,
Even though we love them.
even though we love them. The first winner of the fabric drum roll, please, is Sharon C. of Yelm, Washington. Congratulations. You get extra applause today from our live audience.
And the winner of the second selection of fabric is, drum roll please, Venus A. from Tampa, Florida.
Excellent.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Great
And a
fabric.
huge shout out to Andover Fabrics for sponsoring our show today. We know our quilters will love using this fabric to help them make their quilting wishes come true.
All right, quilters, we are going to be asking you to vote on your favorite experts projects very soon. So let's check out those final reveals.
All right, I'm just so excited. All right, Carol, what do you have?
Well, here it is. My big reveal is Go Blustery Stars. And I know you might be wondering why I have blustery in there. So I wanted to show you the fabrics that I used. This is, well, it's a Michael Miller fabric, Fairy Frost, but you can see all of that shine in there. And so if you get close to the quilt, you can definitely see that it is shining all over the place, which definitely makes me think Christmas. I love shiny things. So in here I have my rising star. I did use that 1.5 squares that I showed you the sample of earlier, and just did a little pattern here around the outside edge, and I absolutely love it. It's going on my couch for the winter. So thanks. I hope you all like it too.
Oh, I do like it.
I do like it, and I love that half block
Yes.
that she created with
Yeah.
her EQ8. Ah, all right.
Fabulous.
All right, Tammy, what did you create for us?
Hey Pam, hey Erica, I'm back with my final project. You know, usually when I do these final projects, I have somebody in mind that I'm going to give this gift to. Well, this time I think I had me in mind. I have had this border stripe in my stash for a very long time. So I dug it out and I took a look at it, and I realized I have a 3 repeat on this long piece of fabric. So that will work. And then I pulled out the 3 colors, burgundy, black, and gold. I used the Tangled Star, and I made 4 Tangled Stars to create my center medallion, and I did a little embellishment in the center of it. And then I used my 10-inch cube to create my outer blocks, and then I did a mitered border to complete my tapestry. I hope you love this as much as I do.
Okay, those are yummy colors.
Those are, it's just stunning. And the border and the mitered, oh, it really sets it off.
And I love how she talked about, you know, I found some fabric in my stash.
Yeah, yep, we got to use it again, don't we? All right, now, I bet Anita's not going to let us down. I think she has something great. What do you have, Anita?
Welcome back, ladies. Well, with 2 new bobs, who can decide which one to use? So I used both of them. And I'd like to present to y'all Candyland with components of both the Tangled Star and elements out of the Rising Star bob. This one's extra long, perfect for dorm rooms and barracks rooms. So I really hope y'all enjoy Candyland.
Okay,
I love that. I love
Long enough for
that.
barracks?
I want a picture of it in a barracks.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
what I
yeah.
wanna
That's
see.
what we need.
I want a picture of it in
and
the barracks.
quilters, it's easy enough. You could make it before Christmas.
That's right.
All right, quilters, voting is now open. If you're watching via the registration link, the vote box is just to the right of the chat box. If you're watching via Facebook, vote from the box that displays over the video. And to vote from YouTube, you can do so in the poll in the chat section.
Now, while we wait, let's inspire our quilters. Lynn, what do you have for us today?
Lots of
Oh.
exciting.
Oh, here's
Now,
this die.
This is the one made with the Andover fabrics.
Yes.
This is Go Tangled Twist Wall Hanging, designed by Ellen Alt of Handmade 3D.
Right, and she's turned that block on point,
Yep.
right? And then used her cube,
Yes.
That's right,
to
the
create-
10-inch cube, yep.
the other blocks on it. So it looks, I love it because it makes it extend, right?
Right. It just goes on and on. So fun.
And I love the quilting on it.
I love these colors. This one also looks like candy to me.
It does.
It's that little pinwheel, that little swirl in the center. You could do a really fun Christmas one with this one too.
Yeah, it's
All right,
great.
I'll take this one, Miss Lynn.
Right, here's our next.
So this is the Go Tangled Web Table Runner. This is by Gina Gempasaw of Gem Hill Quilts, and she used Hoffman fabrics.
Okay, I love Gina because she loves this color palette. She
Yes.
loves to make bright colors and
Yes.
those kind of blocks. But the sashing here, Erica, can you guess?
4-inch cube.
4-inch cube right here.
Yeah,
This is the square on point, and here we've got the little quarter square.
triangles.
And it just sets it off. It makes it look so different just by adding that sashing.
yeah.
And I love that our cornerstones are different, right? They're on point.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so pretty.
Really fun.
You could definitely extend this for a longer table.
For a long
like
oh,
yours.
she's already plotting.
know.
She's already plotting. All right, next up we've got the Go Love Knot Wall Hanging. This is by Heidi Pridemore of the Whimsical Workshop.
Hi, Heidi.
Hi, Heidi.
Okay, so the thing that's great about this block is that it's like that kaleidoscope look, right? All of the blocks are put right next to each other
Yes.
to create that. And then a variety of strip dies, which I bet are 41% off today. So if you're looking for
So,
strip dies,
what a great time.
yeah,
I just love how it's got the one standard block and then the pieces build it out.
yeah. What about you, Lynn?
So we hope that this variety of samples really inspires people today, that there's so much you can do with both of these blocks.
Both of these,
the
yeah.
Tangled Star for sure.
Right, right. And both of these dies are pre-order, but they should ship here in November.
Absolutely.
So long before Christmas.
Yes.
There we go.
Okay.
All right. Oh, this is one of our favorites, right, Pam?
Yes, this is Terry Vandenbosch of Lizard Creek. This is called Pigtail Twist. And in 2 weeks, we're going to make this on our AQ Live program. So we're going to cut out all these blocks. But again, Terry turned it on point, and look at how different that looks.
She did.
And do you not love the gingham?
I love the gingham. It's from Robert Kaufman, and I love the fabrics in this. That gingham just, it's like a twisted country look.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yeah, and I don't know if you mentioned this or not, but the setting triangles. So
Oh, yes,
this
setting
is a
triangles.
great example with that.
Yep,
You need the setting triangles.
Absolutely.
Really, you do.
all of them, all of the sizes. Thank you.
All right, so okay, this next one definitely.
So
one
now
of our
we're to
favorites.
Rising Star.
Yes.
Okay.
And this is, I got to name it so it's my favorite. This is the Go Winter Stars throw quilt, Ellen Alt of Handmade 3D, and she used Robert Kaufman fabrics. Everything about this makes me happy.
I do, yes. I
Yeah,
love
right?
blue and white quilts. The
Yeah.
shades of blue are so yummy, how it fades down to the dark.
Right. And you think this is black, but it is not. It's just that deep indigo
Yeah.
blue color.
Yeah, and it's got this beautiful fabric on the back
Oh,
as
look at
well.
that.
So it definitely carries through the theme.
Oh my gosh. And it's quilted with like swirls and stars and swirls and
I
stars.
love that.
Is this the one you're taking?
Not quite yet. I'm thinking about it
man,
though.
this is probably one of my favorites.
I think I could curl up with that all winter long.
That's great. All right, so our next one, we're here. I know we had lots of questions about this on the back wall here. This is just a gorgeous sample.
So this is the Go Twinkle Twinkle Little Star by Heidi Pridemore of the Whimsical Workshop.
Yeah, Lynn, can you like trace around the outer block so everybody can see?
Yeah,
There we
so
go.
it's really fun to see this in person. So here's the Rising Star block. So it's really where she's added this really fun sashing to extend those blocks and kind of make it look like one, the one big pattern, but also you get all these secondary elements in it too.
Right. And I love the fact that she made her stripes all go one direction,
Yeah.
right? They can
Yeah.
all go one direction.
So
But you could totally make it scrappy and change up that if you wanted to.
You could.
yeah, it's a great use of color thread too to kind of set off the quilting with this one.
Right.
And moon and stars border.
Moon and stars.
And a little bit of metallic in there too. Metallic's another really big thing. in
We've been
fabric.
talking about that.
That's right. All right, next up, Lynn's got the Go Rainbow Rising Throw Quilt. Now this is by Kelly Marshall.
Okay,
of
and we're gonna have
Simply
Erica
Macbeth.
grab that
Figure
corner.
out how to show this because it's so beautiful.
There we go, there we go.
Here, I'm gonna kind of pull this corner up.
Yeah, just hold it at an angle, Erica. I think it's good. There we go. Justin got a
I
great
think we
shot of
can
it.
see it.
Yep. So we're going to start up here with the greens and the blues and the blacks and the purples and the yellows and the oranges. And I just think it's fabulous. And I do love this fabric that has different sizes of stripes, right, that go through it.
And really, it's just our Rising Star block.
Yeah. Yeah, with the edges as white. So pretty.
And it really creates this 3D effect. I love that.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. Beautiful.
Got that one?
you.
Okay.
Oh, there's a mat back here. It makes me taller.
Yeah, it does. All right, next up is the Go Starshine wall hanging. This is the pattern that's on the packaging.
Yes.
Our good friend Terry Vandenbosch of Lizard Creek Quilting and Northcott Fabrics made it. And this is the project in the first week of December that we're going to make using our Rising Star die. So on AQ Lives, we're going to showcase both those new dies.
And this really points out the difference. The last quilt had the blocks just right next to each other.
Right.
Here we've got a 1-inch finish, so that's the 1.5-inch strip die sashing here with these little cornerstones, or maybe she used the 3 with,
She did, yeah, the 3 strips.
and it just makes such a difference in the look, doesn't it?
Yeah, in fact, that die that has those 3 strips, 1, 1.5, and 2, it can go through your Go Me.
Oh, that's right, it can.
Yeah, so look at how pretty this is.
And I love the indigo, this deep, deep blue.
Yeah.
Yeah, so what a great variety of patterns that we've got on the website.
We do.
Yes. And all of these patterns available as free downloads at the AccuQuilt website. Be sure to download your patterns before your die arrives so you'll be all ready to go.
That's right.
And if you like what you saw in today's trunk show, you can visualize some of these patterns by taking a photo of your fabrics and entering them into our free Go Quilt tool. This will allow you to see what your project will look like before cutting any fabric.
Hey, let's take a quick look at this fantastic tool.
For a more in-depth look at how to use GoQuilt, check out the video gallery. Now go to our website, click on Learn on the top bar, and then click on Video Gallery.
All right, ladies, I'm going to let you continue on with the show, but I'm taking this one.
Yeah, it was
It's
a good
just perfect
choice.
It's just perfect for my studio.
Yes.
So enjoy the rest of the show.
Thanks, Lynn. All right, quilters, voting is now closed. We'll reveal the winner in just a few minutes, so make sure you don't miss out.
Now, with the holidays quickly approaching, I'm excited about these upcoming releases.
Me too, and there's lots of great dies and inspiration in the works.
Oh, there is. And if you're thinking you need a guide to help you decide what holiday gifts to order, we've got you covered.
That's right. Visit AccuQuilt.com/2021 gift guide for the ultimate quilter's guide to help you with your holiday gift purchases. Now, quilters, if you're looking for more fun, join me tomorrow at 12 noon Central Time for AccuQuilt Live on our Facebook and YouTube platforms. We are going to make oven mitts. People have been making oven mitts for days.
We
I'm
love
going to show
oven
you
mitts.
the ugly oven mitts because Erica won by a landslide. We always have a lot of fun, and I hope to see you there.
All right, quilters, we are about to announce today's expert winner, but we're going to give away our final prizes of the day first. So these two winners will become stars with the new Go Tangled Star die. Our first lucky winner is, drum roll please, Peggy Y from Phoenix, Arizona.
Congratulations. And our second winner is, drum roll please, Jerry P. from Osage Beach, Missouri. Congratulations.
Been there?
I have been there as well.
Thank you, everyone, for being a part of our growing community and for registering for our Tuesday events.
All right, quilters, the time has come. We're going to have Anita come up and join us.
Yep.
I know, she's a little jet lagged. Give her a little break.
She was up really early this morning.
Yay, we're so happy you're here. All right, the time has come. Our team has counted all the votes. And to announce it's time to announce today's favorite project. Will it be Carol with her glow blustery stars, which is beautiful?
Tammy with her Go Tapestry, also gorgeous.
Or will it be Anita with her Go Candyland? Quilters, you voted and decided today's Expert Challenge winner is, ready? Joe? Anita! Congratulations! Look, we have confetti! Congratulations!
Cool that we don't have to vacuum.
Yeah, just hang out here with us. We're almost done. Okay, don't forget. Congratulations, it was beautiful.
Yes.
All right.
Now, don't forget, we put together some very glowing specials for you today so that you can get everything you need. First up, you can pre-order the Go Shooting Star die bundle and get your hands on everything you see here. Now, normally all of this would run you $201, but you can get it today for just $179.99, saving you $21.
Or you can pre-order the Go Block on Board Favorites, the 10-inch die bundle, allowing you to create the most wonderful quilts at this time of year with coordinating dies. Normally, everything you see here would run $525. You can get it today for $379 and some change, saving you over $145.
Or spoil yourself with the very best fabric cutter available. Pre-order the Go Big 10-inch Seeing Stars starter pack to get everything you see here. Normally, all of this would run you $1,045, but you can get it today for just $749.99, saving you $295.
Amazing.
These bundles will all ship to you for free if you live in the contiguous U.S. To place your orders today while those items are still available.
That's right. And if you're thinking about purchasing something other than these bundles, use the promo code SHINE16 to take an extra 16% off your order.
Using the code will save you 41% on currently marked down Go cutters, dies, cubes, and more. Orders of $100 or more will get that free shipping in the contiguous U.S. Some exclusions apply, so check the website for details.
You can also find our products at your local AccuQuilt retailer. To find the retailer closest to you, check the store locator at the top of the page at AccuQuilt.com.
All right, to get your order in during the show, you can use your phone's camera to capture the QR image here and go right to the site. But if you don't have access to a QR reader, just open a new tab in your browser. So go to the very top of the page, click on the little plus sign, type in that top box, AccuQuilt.com/party. You'll see the bundles and you can place your order.
And remember, you can quilt now and pay later. Get financing today at AccuQuilt.com/financing. All right, quilters, it's time to wrap up our event. We hope you're as excited about our creative possibilities with our two new dies, the Go Rising Star and Go Tangled Star. Did you have a favorite?
I love the Go Tangled Star. That was probably my favorite.
You can stay on set then.
We were so happy to have you here with us today. And we want to make sure you join us again next week on November 23rd at 12 noon Central Time for a new event called Steals and Deals.
With a name like that, you know it's going to be a great chance to enjoy a fun deal, and you're not going to want to miss this show.
Now, in case you didn't know, there's a reason why this November is so special.
That's right. It's currently the month of our Sovember sweepstakes. By registering for at least one of our November events, you qualify for the chance to win $500 in AccuQuilt reward points. The winner of the grand prize will be announced on our November 30th show.
That's right. Now, along with our sweepstakes, we'll be hosting 3 special events in addition to our 5 Tuesday live shows this month.
So be sure to join us every Tuesday and register for our first special event of the month on this Friday.
Yes.
The 19th. Erica has made so many fun step outs. It's called Happy Holly Dies Extravaganza.
That's right. We'll be featuring fun ideas to help you finish your last-minute gifts with our holiday-themed dies.
It's going to be a great show.
All right, now registering for the November shows will enter you into a chance for a drawing for a chance at a $100 reward point prize for each show.
That's right. We'll be drawing winners for each show. In fact, should we have Anita announce today's winner?
We should, yeah.
Let's
Okay.
do it.
All right.
All right. Today's winner of $100 in AQ Rewards points is, drum roll please, Karen T. from Navarre, Ohio.
Congratulations. Like you like a pro. You can be here.
you go. If you've been waiting for our show to end before you buy, now's the time. Here's the link right now. Get everything you need to inspire your winter projects.
And remember, at AccuQuilt, we help you cut time.
So you can quilt more.
Oh, goodbye.